Today, I'm going to teach you how to sell the AI receptionist that I just taught you how to build in only 5 minutes. Let's start. So, AI receptionist, it answers every single call, books every appointment, and hands back all the revenue that you're already losing right away. So, why is this an issue? Well, small businesses like plumbers, roofers, home services, HVAC, those kind of things, when they're on the job, they're not answering phones. If they're a plumber, they're under the sink, right? If they're roofers, they're on the roof, right? So they are busy. They don't answer the phone. So every time their phone rings, that is missed calls, missed revenue, missed jobs, missed clients, and that's not good, right? Here's some stats here. 85% of missed callers never call back. So they're basically gone once you miss them. And they're not just gone, they go to these people's competitors. So if plumber one doesn't answer and plumber two answers the phone, plumber two is getting that job. Plumber one has lost that lead forever. 62% immediately calls a competitor. I think it's higher than that, honestly. 48% of missed calls are actual real leads that you know will probably convert. I think it's also a little bit higher than that. And every unanswered call is a job that walks straight to your competition. Yeah, like I said. So if they already have great marketing efforts, they're wasting them if they do not have an AI receptionist. So what every missed call is actually costing you. These people charge thousands of dollars for their service, right? So plumbers, really expensive. Roofers, really expensive. For like a pool contractor, for example, building one of those pools can be tens of thousands of dollars. So you can see how valuable it is to be getting these calls back. And that is how people are able to charge thousands of dollars for these AI receptionists because they can literally provide tens of thousands of dollars of value. So, like this says, if you miss 14 calls a week, that's 16K walking out the door every single week. If you can portray that pain to a plumber, they will give you their credit card immediately. As long as you can fix it, obviously, in which I just taught you how. Another cool thing is inbound phone leads convert 10 to 15% higher than web forms. So, like the people that they are missing are the highest converting leads. So they really need to get those. And yeah, phone leads, buy. So when you're pitching this to a plumber, roofer, HVAC professional, contractor, whatever it is, these are some interesting things that you may want to bring up, other than the pain point and all that good stuff. So for a business fielding only 50 calls per week, so these plumbing companies, they get a lot of calls because obviously, right? Um, this is the math, you can get around 14 recoverable leads every single week back in the pipeline just from having this AI receptionist. That's no work extra for them. You literally just put this in their business for them and they don't even do anything. That's 12 new appointments booked per month. I mean, honestly, I've seen more, but that's a good estimate. 6 more jobs closed every single month with 0 extra ad spend. So this is excellent, right? Like I was saying, the marketing efforts that they're doing, no matter how well they're performing, if they're not answering the calls, it does not matter. So a lot of the times they're just wasting their excellent marketing if they have it and essentially throwing money down the drain on top of the jobs that they're wasting. And yeah, monthly revenue, I think they would get a lot more than 7K. I've put these conservative numbers on here just so, you can literally take this. I'll put this PDF down below so you can have it. But yeah, thousands of dollars recovered. So you can easily justify charging 1, 2, 3K per month as long as you can perform. And once again, I've just taught you how to perform. So we're going to take a look at the value equation. If you're not sure who Alex Hormozy is, he's really good at making money. And he's come up with this thing called the value equation. And essentially, what you want to do is maximize the dream outcome and the speed to value. This is more likely the perceived likelihood of achievement, is how he puts it. And you want to minimize the time delay and the effort and sacrifice. If you actually get more value minimizing the time delay and effort and sacrifice than you do by totally increasing the dream outcome and perceived likelihood of achievement. So keep that in mind. All of this is going to be in the how to create an offer section as well. So don't think too much into it. This is just for this offer. But yeah, dream outcomes, 4 to 6 more jobs per month. That's thousands of dollars. And perceived likelihood of achievement, you put in some case studies. You say that you've done this for other people. You say that you use a system that thousands have used in the past. That's good. Speed to value. This is more down here. The perceived likelihood of achievement is what I just told you. For the 0 time delay, that is huge, because something that works instantly and gives them value right away is so much more valuable than something that takes 2 weeks, right? And obviously 0 effort from them. You set it up completely for them, and you can do it easily. You can do it in under 5 minutes with the video I made for you. How it works. So you already know this because I already taught you, but you train it, it answers everything for them, and books calls and appointments and meetings for them. Then they just show up and close those jobs. Easy. AI receptionist versus human receptionist. I think the big one, the AI is on all day, every day, no matter what. And it never misses a call. The human receptionist, I'm not saying put the human receptionist out of a job if they have it. I would never say that. What I'm saying is the human receptionist is not nocturnal. They need to sleep, right? You know what doesn't need to sleep? The AI receptionist. So there's no reason not to have both, ever, right? Monthly cost, I think you can charge thousands of dollars per month. It's very easy to sell for a couple hundred, but again, it takes you 5 minutes to build. So if you want, you can make it free. But yeah, the human receptionist, they cost 3-4K per month. You got to give them benefits. You got to take care of them. It's just a whole lot more effort. But you want to have both, like I said. Turnover risk, the AI receptionist never leaves you unless your client stops paying you and then you shut it off because you don't deal with that. Human receptionist, they're in and out. It's annoying, and you have to spend time hiring. Super annoying. Setup time, AI receptionist, 24 to 48 hours. But guess what? You can do it in under 5 minutes because I already taught you how. A human receptionist, weeks to hire, just a mess, right? And does it schedule appointments? The AI receptionist, immediately on the call, done. Human receptionist, only when it's working. They're working. Book jobs in 30 days or you don't pay. So this is a good way to market it in a way. You can also sell it as just a complete performance-based model. You can say, hey, look, we will put in an AI receptionist completely for free, and you only pay us when booked calls show up on your calendar. And you charge $100-$200 per book call. You're getting 10 book calls extra per month, then hey, you're making like 2K per client per month. And that is super easy because upfront risk is 0. They only pay if it works. You can also put retainer on them, but I really like the performance-based model. That said, again, 78% of deals go to the first business that responds. Every missed call is a competitor's book job. You really want to make these pain points very real to these plumbers, these roofers, whoever you're selling it to. You want to make sure they're feeling these pain points and restate them. Or you could even do risk reversal like that. So if you're making a landing page, something like that, I wouldn't use this landing page. This is more for the slideshow. But if you're ready to stop leaving revenue on the table, if you want to stop wasting money, if you want to enhance, there's so many ways to put it, right? You just want to have some sort of CTA, some sort of way for them to be like, okay, yeah, I got to learn more, right? I got to book a call with this guy. Or if you're cold calling, you just tell them, hey, look, this is how it works. This is what it does. This is what we do. And if you do the performance-based model I'm suggesting, you can set up for free and make a good amount of money if you do it right. And you know how to do it right because I taught you how, and you can do it right in under 5 minutes. So that is it for the slideshow I made for you. I hope that this was valuable on how to sell an AI receptionist. If you want more on creating offers and how to sell, there's a lot more in the offer creation and marketing areas in the school community. So again, I hope that was valuable, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.